This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
New at 7, we're learning more about a student who was caught with a gun at Arsenal Tech earlier this month. It's one of 5 similar incidents across central Indiana since the school year began. Indianapolis Public Schools says the Arsenal Tech case began with a tip about a video on social media of the student showing off a gun in his backpack. School administrators notified IPS police and they intercepted the student as soon as he arrived on campus. IPS says proactive safety measures like this have been successful. Yesterday, 2 guns were found on students at 2 different Indianapolis schools, Ben Davis and North Central High.
Well, Kevin Gregory joins us now with a look at what we can expect for this evening and weather.
24 hours ago, right, we were just ending that long stretch of strong to severe storms. Right. This evening, we're waiting on some thunderstorms. I don't think we'll have widespread severe weather, maybe an isolated stronger storm. Show you radar right now. We're quiet in central Indiana. Let's zip to the northwest. There were a few thunderstorms that rolled through Chicago, just some showers maybe near Fowler and Benton County to the northwest, Valparaiso and Chicago. And we head to the other end of the state, leaving southern Indiana and fading away. Thunderstorms that rolled along the Ohio River. For us, a beautiful evening, as you can see. Temperatures 83 in Indianapolis, 77 in Zionsville. The theme over the next few days for cooler temperatures and eventually much lower humidity. Jump to 11 o'clock tonight. Other than an isolated shower or thunderstorm, we're still dry. That changes overnight. I stopped this at 4 a.m. You may hear the rumbles of thunder and some heavy rainfall in pockets before your alarm clock goes off in the morning. We'll wake up to temperatures in the upper 60s with showers and thunderstorms for the morning drive.
Thank you, Kevin. More than a dozen Hoosiers have developed a lung illness believed to be related to vaping.
Now, the Centers for Disease and Controls and Prevention has tracked 94 cases nationwide in the last 3 months. Those patients are ages 16 to 65.
Last night, a local city council voted to ban vaping in some places. RTV6's Stephanie Wade explains how they came to this decision.
Soon, people will not be allowed to vape in all businesses, including bars and clubs in Columbus. A city councilor tells me they did this to deter young people from using e-cigarettes.
My kids vape. I don't agree with it. And I also have a 4-year-old that has allergies, so he should be able to freely go into a restaurant and eat like everyone else without having to deal with secondhand smoke and vaping.
We are seeing more and more people vaping or using e-cigarettes than ever before. Hearing of the health risks impacting brain development for children, the city of Columbus decided to take action. Now, no one can vape inside any business, much like they're not allowed to smoke cigarettes either.
The studies and all the research has come back down on how unhealthy it is. We felt like it was prudent for us to step out and say we believe it could be, and because of that, we want to protect our citizens and offer them a healthy environment.
As the law is currently written, though, this would include inside vape shops as well. Shop owners say it would impact how people test out products before purchasing. Now, council has 60 days to decide whether they want to exempt vape shops from this ban. Working for you in Columbus, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Thanks, Stephanie, for a look at that. And the state health department says anyone who has used e-cigarettes in the past 90 days and experiences any symptoms like shortness of breath, coughing, chest pain, fever, weight loss, diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal pain should call a doctor.
The Archdiocese of Indianapolis is asking the court to dismiss a lawsuit by a former teacher who was let go for being in a gay marriage. The court filing claims that the lawsuit filed by Joshua Payne Elliott violates the First Amendment protection of separation of church and state and asks a secular court to interfere with the internal governing of the Catholic Church. In his lawsuit, Payne Elliott claims the Archdiocese illegally interfered with his contract with Cathedral, causing the school to terminate him. The Archdiocese says it did not fire him, but instead asked Cathedral if it planned to uphold contract language that disapproves of same-sex marriage.
New tonight, tattoo removal is a big business these days, and it's coming to this building. A mural of a tattooed NBA legend Larry Bird in Fountain Square is getting changed after Bird himself objected to them. Artist Jules Muck painted it on the side of a building on Prospect Street, showing Bird in his powder blue Indiana State uniform, based on a Sports Illustrated photo shoot back in 1977. But Muck added tattoos, which Bird doesn't have. Bird's attorney, Gary Sally, told RTV6 today that Bird and Muck have reached an agreement to modify the mural and have all the tattoos removed, except the one on his arm that says Indiana. Sally said Bird accepts and understands her right to creative freedom, and she understood his desire to maintain the respectful brand he has created.
It was this sculpture's crowning glory, but now a Northeast Side community is feeling disappointed and angry after vandals stole a one-of-a-kind bronze hawk from the sculpture. The Millersville Community Organization says last week the bronze hawk was taken from the top of the Millersville marker at the preserve at Fall Creek. Leaders say the custom art piece marks a community park that took 4 years of volunteers' work and countless donations to complete.
We want it back so badly. It just sets off this whole statue that we have, and it sets off the whole area, and we just feel like somebody took something that was very important to us. People come by here on the trail from all over, and people fish in the pond that we've created, and this is our place.
Community members say beyond the monetary value of the bronze statue, it holds far more in sentiment for them. They promise if you or someone you know took it, it'll stay anonymous if you return it. We've got contact information in this story in the RTV6 app.
In Democracy 2019, local political groups are gearing up for the municipal elections, trying to get your vote. We recently spent time at campaign offices for both major parties and mayoral candidates, Mayor Joe Hogsett and State Senator Jim Merritt. At both offices, volunteers were making call after call to Marion County residents to discuss their candidate. Volunteers are the backbone of these local races, knocking on doors every week to get supporters.
When I talk to people, I say, do you care about potholes? And they always say yes. Do you care about having low crime neighborhoods? Yes. Do you care about having good schools? They always say yes. So I'm like, why don't you do something about it? And they don't really have an answer for that. So I like to bring it back to the local bread and butter issues that everybody can relate to.
And if we don't engage, if we don't participate, we sort of start that decline of, we just sort of in our own bubble, and it doesn't really make for a positive environment.
Election day for all 25 Indianapolis City County councilors and Mayor of Indianapolis will be November 5th. And an Indiana State Senator today announced the launch of her campaign for Attorney General. Karen Talion is a Democrat from Ogden Dunes in Northwest Indiana. She's served in the state Senate since 2005, with Republicans holding key offices in state government. She said she is running to, quote, restore checks and balances to the State House and to be a voice for all who live here, end quote. And the current office holder is Republican Curtis Hill. He has not officially announced his re-election plans, but Curtis Hill for Indiana sent out an email last month with fundraising totals. Republican Indianapolis attorney John Westerkamp has formally launched his campaign to unseat Hill.
If you get a mailing, phone call, or a visit about a survey, it's easy to believe that it's a scam, but Call 6 Investigates has learned it may be legitimate. The American Community Survey is a real survey conducted annually by the United States Census Bureau. Consumers in Indiana are randomly chosen for the survey. Typically, you get a letter in the mail asking you to do the survey, and if you don't mail it in, the census may call you. If your household has been contacted to complete the American Community Survey and you would like to verify that this survey is legitimate, you can call toll-free 1-800-354-7271.
The Indiana Supreme Court is going to keep its leader in power. Loretta Rush has been reappointed as Chief Justice. It's not hard to see why, as the state's first ever female Chief Supreme Court Justice. Last year, she was named Indiana Government Leader of the Year. In the 5 years she's led the High Court, she's expanded the use of technology and put a greater focus on protecting innocent young people from becoming victims.
Coming up tonight on RTV6 is Hiring Hoosiers. You can never start too early when it comes to inspiring the workers of tomorrow. Tonight, how this program is harnessing kids' love of animals to put them on the path to a career. Kevin.
We'll talk more about thunderstorm timing, but I want you to see where the cooler temperatures will come from. Not hard to find. Comfort is on the way. RTV6 is working for you.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
The Wayne Township School District in Marion County is reducing energy costs by going solar. The district built a solar farm west of Ben Davis High School and north of 10th Street that began generating power last fall. It has 7,200 panels and two 750-kilowatt generators on 14 acres. The district expects the solar farm to reduce its energy consumption by about 80% at the neighboring Ben Davis High School and 9th grade center. That amounts to about $300,000 a year. Isn't that something? Yeah,
that's crazy.
From the solar farm to the other farms that receive some much needed rainfall. Now, hopefully, I haven't seen much about it, but whether any wind damage like laid down some corn, and damaged some of the crops. So I don't think that was a widespread problem. So rain has been beneficial, probably at a beneficial time. All right, let's get out of the farm fields and into central Indiana. Temperature 79 in Crawfordsville, along 231 at temperatures right at 80 degrees, just to either side of that. Check this out. This is the most dogs I've been asked to walk at any one time.
Look at all their names,
Spike,
too.
Minnie, Cookie, BB, and Tyke.
You can handle it.
Rob Simpson sent in the picture. Thank you very much. I'll take on the job. Chance for thunderstorms after 10 o'clock tonight, so your chance to walk the dogs is right now. Temperatures through the evening hours will be comfortable. Next several days below average temperatures. Combine that with humidity that will be falling, especially as we get to Friday and the weekend, and we've got a nice stretch of days coming our way. This will become more important, staring at the radar later tonight and first thing in the morning for Todd Clausen and Alyssa Donovan. Temperature in the morning around 70 degrees. 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms later in the day tomorrow. I think it will be higher first thing in the morning, and we're in for a dry weekend. When any rain and thunderstorm activity in the forecast, good reminder, Storm Shield app is free for your phone. It acts as a weather radio. Can't beat it. Storm Shield. Tonight, chance for rain increases as we get together for the 11 o'clock news. Overnight thunderstorms become likely into the morning drive. Everything will start to shift south and east of Indianapolis in the morning hours. Overnight, the expansion of the coverage and the rainfall intensity. Any severe risk is low or marginal. Wind would be the main threat from some of the stronger cells. By 7 a.m., starting to focus from Indy east toward Richmond, southeast toward Greensburg, and then down to Seymour. Temperatures tomorrow, they never reach 80 degrees. May be a close call, but upper 70s is the forecasted temperature. Thursday, rain chances start up here and they end down here. A decreasing chance of rain as we go through the afternoon hours. As far as 10 a.m., there's some ongoing showers. You begin to see where the cold front is. That will change the wind direction and allow the cooler air to come in and diminish any rainfall chances. Friday, 20% chance we'll see any rain, 78. A good night for Friday night football, week 1 of high school football. Over the weekend, dry. Temperatures around 80.
Can you believe we're already talking about that?
It goes quickly.
It does. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, coming up in our nightly Hiring Hoosiers report, without them, the minds of today may not carry over to tomorrow. And now students are learning how to become the master. Inside this teaching program, getting kids ready for the future.
Plus, it's one of Indiana's biggest industries, and it's going to need a lot of workers in the coming decades. The construction inspiration process. That's all ahead in Hiring Hoosiers, only on RTV6. RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers is working to link you up with jobs, skills, and resources.
And we highlight opportunities for all ages. But this month, we are honing in on those educational programs that can help kids get career ready.
The influence of a teacher can make a lasting impression, and students at C4 in Columbus want to become the best educators possible.
RTV6's Aaron Lish takes us inside the efforts to develop the skills needed to be the teachers of tomorrow.
I've always wanted to work with children. I didn't know if I wanted to be a preschool teacher or a teacher in elementary school.
Riley Taylor decided being an elementary school teacher is in her future, thanks to the teaching education program she's taking at C4. They work in actual classrooms to get their experience.
Make lesson plans and teach to that group of kids with that teacher that we're going to shadow.
There's also the early childhood education program where students learn through coursework and help run actual daycares.
We're actually in here at a teacher setting. It teaches us how to become a teacher.
It shows you what teachers have to do, what their expectations are, and how your everyday life will be, basically.
Students can gain dual credits and certifications like the Child Development Associate. Instructors say this opportunity allows students to figure out if they really want to be in education and in childcare.
mean, they might love babies and love kids, but can they work with them and be patient and have that stamina for 8 or 10 hours a day?
Right now, the state shows there are more than 600 job openings in education here in Indiana. And these students are hoping to fill those positions someday since they realize this is the path they want to take.
I was able to actually go in the classroom and be like, oh my gosh, that's what I really love to do. I really want to work with children. So it's just a desire that was put in me that I want to go out and accomplish.
Well, thank you, Aaron. And RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers also found one place where students get to work with animals as they prepare to take that jump to college or career. This is the Advanced Life Sciences in Animals and Veterinary Assisting program in Indianapolis' Washington Township School District. The real world of animal science and how to care for animals are the focus, and the lessons learned can be used in college and in the workforce.
We also learn about the soft skills, how to properly talk, how to maintain ourselves, and then paperwork. So which paperwork to fill out for what the dog came in for, and how to properly discharge them.
They're also learning the skills they need to know to work in a workplace as a team member, the skills that they need to know to work and interact with animals in a veterinary practice and a medical field, and then just skills they need to know to be a successful student when they go on to post-secondary.
We have more of our classroom to career stories on our website, hiringhoosiers.com. That's where you can also find all our profiles on open jobs and resources for all ages.
Well, it's an industry in need of workers, and a program offered at Anderson Career Center is giving students hands-on training in the construction industry. RTV6's Alyssa Donovan got to learn about how this all works and how it's sparking interest in students who may not have otherwise known about this opportunity.
Right now, these students are disassembling this house that was built inside the Career Center. Over the course of this school year, they'll rebuild that house from scratch.
The house will consist of 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, closets throughout, doors, light switches, plumbing.
The program attracts students who work best with hands-on learning, like Noah Frazier.
I want to go into business and own my own construction company someday.
While Frazier plans to go to college or trade school after finishing high school, not all of these students are on the same path.
I don't need to go to college because this program that I'm in right now, I can get certified either this year or next year, and I can just go straight into construction work.
A field that is in need of fresh talent.
Right now, the average construction worker is 50+ years old, and so they're on the older side and looking to retire, and so we're trying to replenish this with our younger guys that are coming in.
Instructor Jamar Brown works hard to make the program feel realistic.
Just like when you're going out on a job, you go there every day, you work as hard as you can, you get paid on Friday. I try to make it just like that in here.
Students learn how to work equipment like tape measures, saws, and drills. They also learn leadership skills, speed, craftsmanship, and pride.
And thank you, Alyssa, for that. Along with the house they build during the school year, the program also has community partnerships, allowing them to work on projects outside of the classroom to better build on skills. Students are able to earn college credit and receive certifications, as you heard. Again, this story and others are at hiringhoosiers.com. We'll be right back after this. This is the news at 7 on RTV6. Hiring Hoosiers is what we're putting our resources behind in order to connect you with employment, fulfilling employment.
Right now, our Rafael Sanchez is going to lay out some open opportunities.
It's time to talk about the jobs that are currently out there. Anna Pentenberg with Spirion Staffing is here. Let's get to work. Let's see what's happening right now. You need a bookkeeper.
Yes, we need a bookkeeper who has experience with payroll and accounts receivable or payable. You do have to have a bachelor's degree or a CPA. This starts at $40,000 to $45,000.
Tell me more about this process engineer.
Yes, you do have to have some mid-level experience with this. Also some experience with CNC machines or Swiss lathe machines. This customer of ours does prefer a very stable work history, and the pay rate for this begins anywhere between $20 and $28 an hour.
Let's head out to Hendricks County in Plainfield.
This is a 4-month temporary assignment for us. You do have to have experience on an order picker forklift. This is a first shift position, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. and it starts at $17.50 an hour.
Now let's go to Boone County, where you're looking for a forklift operator.
Yes, as always, we're looking for a bunch of forklift operators. Our biggest need is in the Lebanon and Whitestown areas. We do have different types of trucks available for you to drive, and you must have a high school diploma or equivalent. And it can be anywhere between $14 and $16.50 an hour.
And you were telling me that when it comes to the interview process, you want to make sure that your references are not cold, not hot, but warm. What's happening with that?
You want to make sure that, even as you start your job search, you have a list of references in mind, but if they don't know that you're still looking for work and then your employer goes to call them and they're like, who are you talking about? Yeah. You just want to make sure that they still know you're looking for work, so then that way they know how to appropriately answer the questions that are being asked of them.
So you want to keep those references current, in other words, warm?
Yes, you
Let's
do.
look at these hot jobs of the week. How do I contact you?
You can call or text us at 317-870-5555, or you can check out our jobs posted at Spirion.com.
All the information also online with us at hiringhoosiers.com, and these are the jobs of the week.
From hot jobs to cooler temperatures eventually. Thunderstorms develop by midnight tonight. We'll recap the timing of what we expect overnight on the late news.
All right. Thanks for joining us for RTV6 News at 7.
We'll be back at 11. See you then.